And now, America's most exciting radio talk show, The Savage Nation, home of borders, language, culture. And here he is, Michael Savage.
You know, you're in hour number 3 of The Savage Nation for Thursday, November 21st. It is a day that will live in infamy. A day that will live in infamy. Your corrupt gangster regime president, your corrupt gangster regime Democrats broke the rules. They did something that has not been seen for several hundred years. You know, there's a game out there called Knockout, where black youths are going around punching people and knocking them out in the streets. And the media is covering up the knockout. Well, the media is covering up the fact that Harry Reid, a former pugilist, is knocking out America with his illegal activities. Oh, it may be legal? Then why hasn't it been done for over 200 years? Huh? The Reid and Democrat gangster regime triggered a nuclear option, eliminating filibusters on nominees. Now, what does that mean to the average person? I don't think it means anything to the average person. It's jingle bells to the average person. What you should know is that whether or not this comes back to haunt them, there was some dignified Democrats, and they shocked me, by the way, who opposed what was done today. And one of them, strangely enough, was Carl Levin, who gave one of the most sensitive and intelligent speeches opposing this crazy act on the part of the knockout artists, Obama and Reid. And I want to read to you, retiring Senator Carl Levin, Democrat, Michigan, a prominent and influential liberal moderate, put out a 2,300-word statement explaining in great detail why Obama and Reid's knockout action today could cause lasting damage. And remember, Levin is a Democrat. Listen what he said. Changing the rules in violation of the rules by a simple majority vote is not a one-time action, he warned. If a Senate majority demonstrates it can make such a change once, there are no rules that bind the majority, and all future majorities will feel free to exercise the same power, not just on judges and executive appointments, but on legislation. Levin, Democrat, argued that the move opened the floodgates for the majority to change important rules on a whim going forward. Today we once again are moving down a destructive path, he said. Pursuing the nuclear option in this manner removes an important check on majority overreach, which is central to our system of government. That's amazing to me. There was another Democrat who had something to say, and that was Joe Manchin, Democrat, West Virginia, who opposed the rule change. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the vote today creates a dictatorship. The late Senator Robert Byrd, Democrat, West Virginia, presented a powerful case against changing the rules as they were changed today by the tyrants. He said doing so would destroy the uniqueness of this institution. Robert Byrd said, quote, in the hands of a tyrannical majority in leadership, that kind of emasculation of the cloture rule would mean that minority rights would cease to exist in the U.S. Senate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what your knockout game has come down to. The knockout of Obama and Harry Reid. They've knocked out democracy. Mark my words, liberals, you will come to regret this. And so I ask you this. Now that the gangster regime has seized total power, and they have, do you fear Obama will now eliminate term limits and run for the presidency? Again, many people think I'm crazy. They say it can't happen here. If I told you this couldn't happen here, you would have said I was crazy. It just happened here. I will ask you again. Do you fear Obama will now use this tactic, this gangster tactic, to eliminate term limits and run for a third term? Will Obama use this gangster tactic to seize your guns? Will Obama use this gangster tactic to grant amnesty to tens of millions of illegal aliens who should be thrown out of the country? 855-400-7282. 855-400-SAVAGE. The senators voted today, and what they did was institute a gangster regime, changing the rules to solidify their power and hold the American people hostage. This type of action was exactly what they were against in past administrations when they were the minority. I played you sound clips of them protesting the exact thing that they did today. Bottom line point is the next midterm election has just now become even more important than ever. What this now means is every nomination is now important. Every election is now that much more important. And I tell you again,